It's 2025 and I wanted to update you all on what I plan to read next after I finish this arc. I think my goal is really to get through some of the books that I have on my physical TBR, which isn't huge by any means, but I have enough of them to where I'm like, let's get these done, because I've been reading everything in between and I feel like I need to just put my blinders on, not listen to what anyone says about any other book, and just get through these, and then I can buy whatever I want. So I'm also on a book buying ban. I did receive 3 books for Christmas and then 1 from a giveaway that I still have yet to read. So here we go. From a previous video, you might know that I'm reading this book right here, which is Sin by Matthew A. Clark. It is just fire. Like, look at that cover. I have only started it, so I'm not quite sure how I feel about it just yet, but it has really, really great reviews. So, you know, high hopes. I have to finish that by the 25th though, I believe. So we're gonna get that done. And then once that is all finished, we're gonna move to the physical TBR. So this one I had planned to read last month whenever I received it, and then I don't know, some other books came out in the meantime and I just never made it back to this one. This one I'm gonna have to read in the physical though too, so I think that was part of it, because I did look for a Kindle version and I was gonna buy the Kindle version just so I could read it portably and then, you know, have this one. But I love this book because the font is nice and large, and I'm not gonna miss, I have stickers falling out. I'm not gonna miss my Kindle when I read this because the font is nice. And I don't know, some books, like after reading books on my Kindle and coming back to physical books, I'm like, geez, this font is tiny. It just feels so small. And not even that the font on my Kindle is that crazy large, but it's just an adjustment. So anyway, this won't be too bad when I dive into it. Chaz Williams is also a Black author, so I want to be supporting more Black authors this year. So the next few books that I buy after I finish my physical TBR, I'm going to be scoping out more Black horror authors or authors of color who write horror as well. Aside from that, I received some books for Christmas from my best friends. So my good friend Heidi gifted me this book, Craft Stories I Wrote for the Devil by, I think, Ananda Lima. I want to say this is a Hispanic author. I'm not completely sure. I did some research and I kind of forgot what I read. But I saw this one a while ago and I thought it was really interesting. And I want to even say it came out last year, 2024. So I've been wanting to get into this. It is not super long. I think it's only 100 or so pages. So this will be next after The Last Watch of Red Rock, I believe. And then 2 of my other best friends got me some books from the Harper Perennial Olive Editions. So every year, I think they pick a few different genres, unless they do the same genres. I'm not completely sure how they do it, but I know that they pick like 5 books from a few different genres and they make very special covers for them. So this is a limited edition copy of The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. I wanted this and I almost picked it up multiple times and didn't. So thank you to my friends for snagging this one. They know that I wanted it, or knew that I wanted it, so they snagged it. And then also Bird Box by Josh Mallerman. I read Incidents Around the House by him, so this will be really fun to get into. And those are 4 of the books that I plan to read kind of immediately after Sin. I have a few left on my shelf. I think I'm going to start House of Leaves here soon and read it in between some of these other shorter books that I have, just because that's going to be a deep dive, sleuth work type of book. But yeah, that's what I got going on. That's the plan.